So at Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk decided to invite the likes of Dave Smith. Dave Smith accepted, and it led to one of the best moments, I think, at the Turning Point USA event with the likes of Josh Hammer. Now, I have no idea who Josh Hammer is, but my goodness me, did Josh Hammer come with receipts of everything that Dave Smith has said of late that is totally wrong and outrageous about Iran, about Trump, about everything, pretty much. And, well, honestly, guys, you're going to have to see this for yourself because it is absolutely brilliant. And now I really do like Josh Hammer, even though I didn't know who he was before this. But my goodness me, does he literally humiliate Dave Smith? Have a watch of this.
Good news is that while no one should be afraid of debate, and this debate is a nice thing here, the MAGA movement is actually quite unified. Believe it or not, all the talk to the contrary when it comes to these issues. An overwhelming majority of self-identified MAGA Republicans support close U.S.-Israel relations. According to a CBS News poll, moreover, after the recent Operation Midnight Hammer B-2 bombers in Iran, 94% of self-identified MAGA Republicans supported President Trump's dropping those B-2 bombs on Fort Natanz and the other Iranian facilities there. This is a wildly popular policy there. What did Dave Smith say about this? He re-upped his now years-long crusade to call for Donald Trump's impeachment. Y'all probably don't know that about Dave Smith, do you? He's now called for Donald Trump to be impeached multiple times. But Dave, look, I mean, I don't like when people misquote me either. You probably don't like when people misquote you. So I actually have a little bit of a highlight reel here of Dave Smith's tweets over the years. Dave Smith, March 19th, 2024. Donald Trump is responsible for around 500,000 deaths in Yemen, and between the weapons to Ukraine and the Abraham Accords Jerusalem embassy, he is at least partially responsible for the two worst humanitarian crises in the world. He's a war criminal who should spend his life in prison. He is calling Donald Trump a war criminal who should spend his life in prison. You should be livid at that. I am livid at that as a Trump supporter. Donald Trump, Dave Smith, June 16, 2025. Trump allegedly had full prior knowledge of Israel's attacks and gave it his blessing while pretending to be negotiating with the Iranians as a cover. If this is true, Trump is the most impotent bitch of a leader imaginable. He's calling our president, the greatest president in my lifetime, an impotent bitch. Are you kidding me? June 21st, 2025, Donald Trump has now launched an illegal war of aggression against Iran. The risk of an absolute catastrophe is very high and the benefits are non-existent. Dave Smith, June 21st. Dead wrong. This notion that World War III would start, not a single American casualty. We should be celebrating that. Donald Trump fulfilled multiple campaign promises. The escalator speech in 2015 at Trump Tower, he literally said, I'm not going to let Iran get a nuclear weapon. And guess what? He said, I oppose a neoconservative foreign policy. He did both of those things with Iran. He deprived the Iranian regime of nuclear weapon while not losing a single American sailor, soldier, or Marine while depriving them of nuclear weapons. And finally, Charlie, I'll end on this. Dave Smith, July 8th, 2025. In the last month, Donald Trump has launched a war of aggression on behalf of a foreign government, exploded the debt, announced that he's continuing the Biden policy of arming Ukraine, and covered up a giant child operation. So according to my interlocutor, Donald Trump is not just engaging in wars on behalf of a foreign government, he is also covering up the world's giant child trafficking ring, allegedly, I presume, on behalf of a foreign government as well. So I'm disgusted, frankly, that this man is on stage, but I'll end it at that.
Okay, well,
Josh Hammer coming with the absolute receipts. It is amazing to hear, isn't it? Like, Josh Hammer is not happy with how Dave Smith has been calling for Trump's impeachment, has been saying that he's a war criminal. He's been shouting a bunch of nonsense and, well, lies. And, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to give some credit to Dave Smith for showing up at a Turning Point USA event, but nevertheless, it ended up in him being utterly humiliated by his own damn words. Like, you're going into the belly of the beast and you're expecting to come out unscathed. But honestly, you are the one that dug your own hole. You're the one that dug your own grave, mate. And now you've got a lie in it because you're the one that said all this to probably America's best president that they've had since Reagan, I believe. That's saying something, man. And you're going into a bunch of MAGA supporters that believe, like Dave Smith was saying the entire time the whole Iran conflict was going on, Dave Smith was completely and utterly against Trump. He was calling for his impeachment during that entire time. Oh, I apologize for voting for him. Well, what's the alternative, mate? You want to vote for Kamala Harris? She probably would have done a worse job, man. Iran probably would have had a nuclear weapon by now, for all we know. The guy's an absolute nutbag, an absolute dingbat, I guess you could call him. Yes, I'm going to go with that. He's an absolute dingbat. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? And Josh Hammer, credit to him. Credit where credit is due, man. Used Dave Smith's own words against him, and he even had to hear Charlie Kirk go, let's not lose a man that came here on his own free accord. Like, let's not lose Dave Smith. He's probably going to get up and walk out. I think Charlie Kirk was actually afraid of that because Josh Hammer was going to like start some sort of riot of people getting really, really angry at Dave Smith for the things that he said. Look, people know what Dave Smith said. And anyone that claims to be MAGA that is supporting Dave Smith, they got to take a really good hard look at themselves and go, yeah, Dave Smith is a charlatan. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, man. He's like Daryl Cooper as well. He's like all these other people that claim to be, oh, I'm a fan of Trump. No, you're not a fan of Trump at all, man. You've made it very clear where you stand. This whole Iran conflict was, in fact, a great thing. Not only did the nuclear capabilities of Iran get completely and utterly obliterated, but it also showed a lot of people that claim to support Trump, they don't really trust him. Hey, we don't want wars. You weren't even part of it, mate. What is the point in having the biggest military in the world and spend billions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars, on your military if you're not going to actually use it for good sometimes? Trump was very clear. He said it on the campaign trail, but people have forgotten. Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. The only ones that have changed, ladies and gentlemen, are people like Dave Smith, Tucker Carlson, Candy Owens, you name it, because they've got this Israel derangement syndrome, as it would seem. Israel is the big baddie, and Trump is being controlled by Israel. Oh, no. Oh, no. What are we going to do? Help. That's the way it seems, right? So Dave Smith actually goes, thank you very much, Charlie Kirk, for having me at Turning Point USA event today. It was a fantastic event and so inspiring to see so many young people who are passionate about the future of our country. Well, it's great to see that you're responding in that way, even though you got utterly humiliated. Well played, Dave Smith. Well played. I wonder how long that will actually last for when this clip goes viral and people start seeing that you're a total and utter fraud. But well done, Charlie, if that was your plan. Anyway, people are just basically saying that, well, why was Dave Smith there in the first place? Like, Charlie, hello, why are you allowing him to go there? But I mean, if it was to make a fool out of Dave Smith by Dave Smith already making a fool out of himself by him talking, then you did a very good job at that. And I guess, Dave, mate, maybe you should reconsider attending next time, because, you know, if you're saying a bunch of bullshit, you're going to end up finding out the hard way, mate. So people are just going like Charlie Kirk is a Mossad agent and all this other stuff that's going on as well. Josh Hammer smoked you. You were talking to a MAGA crowd while you called for Trump to be impeached over a successful operation in Iran. Wow. Did you mention World War III and how you don't want to die for Israel? And Josh Hammer absolutely destroyed you. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like Dave Smith, whoa, he took it, man. He took it big time. It's weird how someone who frequently called Donald Trump a war criminal or who should spend the rest of his life in jail and claims Trump is Israel's bitch gets a warm welcome with MAGA audiences. Yeah, it's look, the Turning Point USA crowd, I think it's changed a lot. I don't know about you guys if you've seen it, but I think Charlie's changed. I think everyone in that crowd has changed. And it's amazing to me why. Why, right? Like, how can you call yourself a true conservative? I think true conservatism is on the way out. Like there's this new form of conservatism that's sort of sprung up. I don't know if you guys have noticed that either, but it's filled with a bunch of charlatans, a bunch of wolves in sheep's clothing that came from the left. And now they're trying to change conservatism, and even the supposed old conservatives are somewhat changing to this new version of conservatism. It's like, oh, no, why are you changing? Be consistent, man. The Bible hasn't changed, therefore we shouldn't change to suit modern times. God's word is clear. The values in the Bible are clear. We should follow them. Anyway, that's enough from me, but it was good to see Dave Smith getting humiliated yet again. But he's only got himself to blame. You guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.